Discover the fascinating world of robot-generated art, featuring robots like the EDavid that can create stunning paintings and sculptures. The first robot artist, AARON, was created in 1968 by computer scientist Harold Cohen. Robot artists use algorithms and machine learning to generate unique art pieces, often indistinguishable from human creations. The EDavid robot uses a combination of cameras, sensors, and machine learning to create stunning oil paintings. Some robot artists are designed to mimic the style of famous human artists, like the robot that replicates Van Gogh's brushstrokes. Robot-generated art has been showcased in galleries and exhibitions worldwide, sparking debates about creativity and authorship. Explore the amazing world of human anatomy with Dr. 2. The human body is made up of approximately 37.2 trillion cells, each with a specific function. The heart pumps around 2,000 gallons of blood daily, equivalent to filling a small swimming pool. The human brain uses 20% of the body's energy, while accounting for only 2% of its mass. The lungs can hold up to 4.8 liters of air, allowing us to survive at high altitudes. The liver performs over 500 functions, including detoxification and nutrient processing. The human body can produce over 1 liter of saliva daily, aiding digestion and oral health. Dive into the intriguing life of Forrest Ackerman, a science fiction fan and artist who was one of the first to popularize the genre, and explore his contributions to the development of science fiction fandom. Forrest Ackerman was a science fiction fan, an artist known as the world's foremost authority on science fiction. He was one of the first fans to collect and preserve science fiction artwork and memorabilia. Ackerman's collection, called the Ackerman Collection, eventually became part of the Science Fiction and Fantasy Hall of Fame. He was a key figure in organizing science fiction conventions, including the first-ever fan convention in 1939. Ackerman's artwork and influence helped popularize science fiction, inspiring creators like Ray Bradbury and Steven Spielberg. From the strongest beetles to the most impressive ants, we're showcasing the most incredible insect weightlifters and the science behind their remarkable strength. The strongest insect, the rhinoceros beetle, can lift 850 times its own body weight. Some ants can lift objects that are several times their own body weight using teamwork and strategy. Insects' incredible strength comes from their unique physiology, including powerful muscles and a hard exoskeleton. The trapjaw ant can snap its mandibles shut at 145 miles per hour, generating forces of over 300 times its own body weight. Insects' strength is often relative to their body size, making them proportionally stronger than many larger animals. Scientists study insect strength to develop more efficient robots and inspire new materials and uncover the complexities of lupus, a disease that affects 5 million people worldwide, causing joint pain and skin rashes, with expert insights from Dr. Lupus is a chronic autoimmune disease that affects approximately 5 million people worldwide. The disease causes the immune system to attack healthy tissues, leading to inflammation and damage. Joint pain and skin rashes are the most common symptoms of lupus, but it can affect any part of the body. Lupus is 9 times more likely to affect women than men, especially during childbearing years. There is no single test to diagnose lupus, making it a challenging condition to identify and treat. While there is no cure for lupus, early diagnosis and treatment can help manage symptoms and prevent complications. Relive the historic moment when Romanian gymnast Nadia Comaneci became the first athlete to score a perfect 10 inches Olympic competition at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. Nadia Comaneci was just 14 years old when she made history at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. She was the first athlete to score a perfect 10 inches Olympic competition on the 18th of July 1976. Comaneci achieved the perfect score on the uneven bars during her first Olympic appearance. The scoreboard initially didn't have a 10.00 option, so it showed 1.00 instead, causing confusion. The International Gymnastics Federation had to verify the score, confirming it was indeed a perfect 10. Comaneci's perfect 10 paved the way for future generations of gymnasts, changing the sport forever. Join me as I explore how nuclear meltdowns are portrayed in popular video games like Fallout, STAL, KER, and Chernobyl, Untold Stories, and how they compare to real-life events. The first video game to feature a nuclear meltdown was 1985's Wasteland, a post-apocalyptic RPG. Fallout's Vault-Tec vaults were inspired by real-life Cold War-era underground bunkers. STALKER, Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, is based on the real-life 1986 disaster, with similar geography and landmarks. Chernobyl, Untold Stories is the only game to consult with real-life Chernobyl cleanup workers for authenticity. Nuclear meltdowns in games often exaggerate radiation effects for gameplay purposes, unlike real-life events. Meet the freelancers who turn their skills into lucrative businesses on Fiverr. Fiverr's platform has enabled over 3 million active buyers to find freelance services. Top-rated sellers on Fiverr earn up to $100,000 per year, with some exceeding that. Fiverr's most in-demand services include digital marketing, writing, and programming. Some Fiverr sellers have completed over 10,000 orders, with a 95% client satisfaction rate. Fiverr's success stories include entrepreneurs who've built teams and expanded their businesses. The platform's flexibility allows freelancers to work from anywhere, at any time, and choose their projects. Ahmed Gaber of Egypt reached a depth of 332.35 meters, 1,090 feet, in the Red Sea, setting a record for the deepest dive in open-circuit scuba gear. In 2014, Ahmed Gaber of Egypt set the record for the deepest dive in open-circuit scuba gear. Gaber reached a staggering depth of 332.35 meters, or 1,090 feet, in the Red Sea. The dive took Gaber over 12 minutes to reach the bottom, where the pressure is over 480 times greater than at sea level. Gaber had to use a specialized gas mixture to breathe at such extreme depths, avoiding nitrogen narcosis. The record-breaking dive was part of a scientific expedition to study the Red Sea's unique ecosystem. Gaber's incredible feat has yet to be beaten, remaining the deepest open-circuit scuba dive on record. Get ready for a tale of sibling rivalry, murder, and power struggles in ancient Egypt. Cleopatra's father, Ptolemy XII, ruled Egypt from 111 to 51 BCE and had multiple marriages, producing several children. Cleopatra and Ptolemy XIII were co-rulers of Egypt, with Cleopatra serving as the regent and Ptolemy XIII as the pharaoh. Ptolemy XIII became increasingly power-hungry and eventually had Cleopatra's marriage to her brother Ptolemy XII annulled, declaring himself the sole ruler. Cleopatra and her brother Ptolemy XIII engaged in a brutal civil war, with Cleopatra seeking the help of her brother's co-regent, Mark Antony. In 48 BCE, Cleopatra's forces were defeated, and she fled to the Mediterranean island of Pharos, where she eventually reunited with Mark Antony.